The very foundation of Epicurean philosophy is the belief that pleasure, in its truest sense, is the highest good one can strive for in life. This tenet challenges common misconceptions about pleasure, emphasizing that it's not about unrestrained indulgence or hedonism. Epicurus made a critical distinction between different types of pleasures, categorizing them into two main groups: kinetic pleasures and katastematic pleasures. Kinetic pleasures are active pleasures that arise from the satisfaction of desires, such as enjoying a delicious meal, engaging in physical activities, or experiencing moments of joy. They involve the pursuit of something pleasurable and the relief that comes with obtaining it. On the other hand, katastematic pleasures are a state of being free from discomfort, pain, or unfulfilled desires. They represent a baseline of contentment, an absence of physical or mental suffering. Epicurus believed that the ultimate goal is to achieve ataraxia and aponia. Ataraxia is a state of tranquility and freedom from anxiety, while aponia is the absence of pain. These two states, according to Epicurus, constitute true pleasure. Epicurus believed that the ultimate goal is to achieve ataraxia and aponia. Ataraxia is a state of tranquility and freedom from anxiety, while aponia is the absence of pain. These two states, according to Epicurus, constitute true pleasure. Epicurus believed that the pursuit of wisdom and knowledge is an essential aspect of experiencing true pleasure. By understanding the natural world, the causes of our fears, and the nature of desires, we can make informed choices that lead to greater contentment. Epicurus believed that the pursuit of wisdom and knowledge is an essential aspect of experiencing true pleasure. By understanding the natural world, the causes of our fears, and the nature of desires, we can make informed choices that lead to greater contentment. As we navigate the complexities of life, we can draw inspiration from Epicurean philosophy, understanding that the pursuit of genuine, enduring pleasure is a path towards a more fulfilled and content existence. The second core tenet of Epicurean philosophy, simplicity and minimalism, encourages us to find joy and contentment by embracing a life of simplicity and reducing unnecessary desires. Epicurus believed that the pursuit of extravagant desires often leads to anxiety and pain. In a world that constantly bombards us with messages to acquire more and chase after endless desires, this principle provides a refreshing perspective. At its core, simplicity and minimalism are about finding joy in life's essentials. It's not about deprivation or asceticism, but rather a deliberate choice to focus on what truly matters. Embracing minimalism involves decluttering our lives, both physically and mentally. It's about letting go of excess possessions, unnecessary commitments, and unfulfilling desires. This principle extends beyond the physical realm. It's also about reducing mental clutter. By simplifying our thoughts and focusing on what's truly important, we can achieve a greater sense of tranquility. In a materialistic world, Epicurus's message reminds us that happiness isn't found in the accumulation of wealth or possessions. True contentment comes from appreciating what we have and experiencing life fully. The more is better mindset often leads to a paradoxical outcome. It leaves us perpetually dissatisfied. Minimalism breaks this cycle by emphasizing that less can indeed be more when it comes to contentment. The relevance of this tenet in our modern, consumer-driven world is undeniable. It prompts us to reevaluate our priorities and encourages us to lead lives of greater authenticity and contentment. In practice, simplicity and minimalism involve evaluating our possessions, commitments, and desires. It's about asking ourselves what truly adds value to our lives and letting go of the rest. Epicurean philosophy places great emphasis on the importance of genuine friendships and meaningful social bonds as a source of happiness and emotional support. At the heart of this tenet lies the recognition that friendships are not just important, They are essential to a fulfilling life. Epicurus believed that true friendships are one of the greatest sources of pleasure. In a world often characterized by superficial relationships and social media connections, this principle encourages us to seek genuine, authentic friendships built on trust, empathy, and shared values. Authentic friendships bring us joy not just in moments of celebration, but also in times of adversity. These connections provide emotional support and a sense of belonging. Epicurus emphasized the importance of quality over quantity when it comes to friendships. It's not about the number of friends, but the depth of the connections we cultivate. True friends are those with whom we can be our authentic selves, sharing our joys, fears, and vulnerabilities. They offer a safe space where we can express our thoughts and feelings without judgment. In Epicurean philosophy, friendships often extended beyond shared interests and values. Many Epicureans formed bonds based on a common philosophy that emphasized simple living and the pursuit of tranquility. This tenet highlights a distinction between Epicurean friendships and hedonistic pursuits. While hedonism might prioritize fleeting pleasure, Epicurean friendships are founded on lasting joy, trust, and mutual support. Social bonds extend beyond friendships to encompass our connections with family and the broader community. These bonds contribute to our overall sense of well-being and happiness. Epicurean philosophy teaches us to embrace a life free from irrational fears through the power of knowledge and rationality. Epicurus believed that many of our fears, particularly those related to gods, death, and the afterlife, are irrational and can cause unnecessary anxiety and distress. In this tenet, we discover that rationality is our most powerful tool for dispelling these irrational fears. By understanding the true nature of these concepts, we can free ourselves from their grip. Epicurus argued that the fear of gods is irrational because gods, if they exist, are benevolent and not concerned with human affairs. This fear was often used by religious authorities to manipulate people. The fear of death, another common source of anxiety, is addressed by Epicurus through a profound perspective. He viewed death as the absence of sensation, asserting that when we exist, death does not, and when death exists, we do not. Epicurus encouraged us to accept our mortality, as it is a natural part of life. By accepting that death is not to be feared, we can fully appreciate the preciousness of life. Regarding the fear of the afterlife, Epicurus challenged the beliefs of an eternal afterlife filled with punishment or reward. He believed that our existence ends with death, and there is no consciousness in an afterlife. The absence of fear allows us to live fully in the present moment, unburdened by anxieties about what may happen after death. This concept is closely tied to the Epicurean pursuit of pleasure and tranquility. Central to this tenet is the role of knowledge. Epicurus believed that through the pursuit of knowledge and philosophy, we gain the understanding needed to confront and dispel irrational fears. Living a life without irrational fears contributes to a sense of tranquility and peace. It enables us to fully enjoy the present, unencumbered by anxieties about the unknown. Epicurean philosophy encourages us to engage in self-reflection and philosophical contemplation as essential tools for leading a wiser and more fulfilling life. Epicurus believed that philosophy is not just an academic pursuit, but a practical guide to living well. It invites us to explore the fundamental questions about our desires, values, and the nature of the world around us. For Epicureans, philosophy is a way of life. It serves as a compass to navigate the complexities of existence, guiding us towards a more deliberate and thoughtful approach to life.